This IDP Pros podcast segment is brought to you by the SGPN Fantasy Doc, Sebastian Fearon. Sebastian is an Army veteran, a doctor of physical therapy, and a strength and conditioning specialist, and he'll be helping us with injury information all season long on the IDP Pros podcast. You can follow him on Twitter at SGPN Football Doc, all one word.
What's up, guys? SGPN Football Doc here, and today we're heading out to Cleveland, Ohio to talk some linebacker injuries. That's right. Last season, the Cleveland Browns linebacking corps got absolutely decimated by injuries, and we were talking two guys coming back from major injuries in linebacker Anthony Walker and his running mate Sione Takitaki. So let's go ahead and start with Anthony Walker. He injured his knee, his quadriceps tendon in week 3 against the Steelers. So your quadriceps tendon is a tendon that connects your quad, so the muscle of your upper leg, to your kneecap, your patella, right? So that's that tendon that connects that muscle, that bone, completely ruptured, required season-ending surgery. The typical timeline for that, you're looking anywhere from around 6 to 8 months as far as recovery timeline typically. Now, this is a rare injury and a pretty difficult one to come back from. So pretty rare in the NFL, doesn't happen a ton. But when it does, only about 50 to 60% of players return from that injury and get back to playing where they need to be. Now, Walker does have the benefit of having 11 and a half months from the injury to week 1. So he is working his way through rehab. Good sign is that he did not start on the physically unable to perform with the PUP list for training camp. So he is starting to practice in a limited capacity. He's only participating in individual drills, although he's doing them daily. He still needs to work his way back up to 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. So he's got to work into those team periods. You'd like to see that he can start getting either some joint practice or some preseason games so he can start getting adjusted to the game speed there. He's already been stated that he's not going to play in the Hall of Fame game, but he's still got, about 5 weeks to work his way back to where week 1 is a possibility there. Let's go ahead and talk about his running mate, Sione Takitaki. So he also had a major injury a little bit later in the year. So he actually tore his ACL. So your ACL is your major stabilizing ligament in your knee. It helps to prevent or to work with cutting, deceleration. It really helps for your stability there. And typically you like to see around 10 to 12 months of recovery. The NFL average is 11 and a half months of an NFL player returning from the ACL injury. The initial prognosis was that he was going to try to make a comeback in October after his surgery, but it seems like he's a bit ahead of schedule. He also did not start on the PUP list, and for him, that's a little bit more significant with a less recovery time there. So he's participating in individual drills in a limited basis, kind of every other day. He's not in any team period so far. He also will not be playing in the Hall of Fame game, but he does have a shot at returning week 1. Now, I will say that Walker has a better chance of playing week 1, and I think we see Takitaki closer to week 3, week 4. But both of these situations are absolutely injuries to monitor. Both of them are projected starters for the Browns this year. So based on how the recovery goes, this really could shape, this starting defense and what it looks like week 1 compared to what it looks like week 4. All right, guys, thanks for listening and follow for more.